There's this thing our parents used to do back in the days. At a certain age, they won't even give you access to phones. It's not like they couldn't afford it.
I saw a woman encouraging her child to dance online. The child was doing some sexy pose, say dance for daddy like this, and she was encouraging it. And I was like, are you so? The comments were all like condemning her way of upbringing.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's her child, she's a child, she doesn't know what she's doing. Who told you?
Our society today has lost moral values. Whilst growing up, there are values that we hold in high esteem in our homes. But the Gen Z mode of parenting has made it look abnormal, making the abnormal look normal. Some parents will say, if you do anything, let me just say it in pidgin. I beg, no touch my pikin, no. Don't meet my pikin, no. If you do anything, why not come tell me who be the mama? Some will say, caution my child, but most parents will say, do not touch my child. See me first. Even in schools, how is it bullying that your child is scolding a child or an other person is scolding your child in public and you say you are bullying my child or you're infringing on their right to speak? No.
As kids that time, we would think maybe, my mother is weak, my father is wicked, they don't let me go, they don't let me do, they don't let me have this. But growing up, you get to understand that all those things were for your own safety.
One day I was lying down as a young girl I was 17 then. I was just lying down in the night in my room and I just saw my mom.
Hi, welcome back to another beautiful episode on Data Delight. I know you guys have missed us, but come on. My apologies, and we are back with something very, very, very juicy and hot. Hot, I mean really, really hot. In our society today, we have more kids being responsible for adults, paying responsibilities or taking responsibilities for their parents, according to what we saw on the internet. In fact, that is it's the smallest bit of what we see every day in our streets, in the community, in most of our churches too. But I think I should take you back to what we saw on the internet.
I'm 18 years.
You're 18 years?
Yes.
So I see tattoo. You got tattoo?
Yes.
How many tattoo do you have?
I have 4.
So your parents no worry. Say, why you draw tattoo?
At the first they shout at me, but they stopped because I don't used to stay with them.
Okay, you don't stay with your parents?
Yeah.
Okay, who do you stay with?
I stay alone.
At what age you start staying alone?
Just at 17 years.
How do you pay your house rent?
Through my boyfriend.
Okay, you have a boyfriend?
Yes.
How much is the highest amount where your guy don't give you?
1M.
1 million naira?
Yeah.
Your parents is not angry that you left home at 17 and start living alone?
No, they're not angry.
How much is the highest amount where you don't give your parents?
90K.
90K?
Yes.
Did I ask you where you got the money from?
They don't have a boyfriend.
He shock you, Abby? Okay. So I have 2 beautiful women on my table today. The one on my left is Favour.
Hello.
And the one on my right?
Magnifque. Hi.
So thank you guys for coming to Data Delight.
It's my pleasure. Thank you very much.
I'm happy to be here.
You're welcome. So I'll show my first question.
Okay.
I think my first question will go to her. She looks very, very accessible. Magnifque look like a mother. So then when you think about parents not taking 100% responsibility for their children.
Okay. I would actually say everything is springing up from a result of poor parenting. Number one, our society today has lost moral values. Whilst growing up, there are values that we hold in high esteem in our homes. But the Gen Z mode of parenting has made it look abnormal, making the abnormal look normal. Because I don't know why you think a child who is there to figure out his or her life should be taking financial responsibilities for grown adults. So I think it's not proper.
Okay. So Magnifque, do you think there's an age that a child should get to before they start supporting their parents or before they start taking up responsibilities for the family?
Okay. I don't think there's an age.
Okay.
But at the same time, I think it's somehow occurred to every child at maybe when you're like married with kids and your parents are growing really old, they can't work anymore, so they cannot feed themselves. So I think at that age, you're able to support them as per your parents. And then when they're going through all those health challenges as a child, that is when you can come in. But saying at a young age of 16, 17, for the child to start fending for the family, I think it's very wrong. And I would say the parents has failed.
What do you think?
Yes, that's failed parenting now, because obviously, how would you... That is why I would like to go back to marriage. That's why when two people are coming together, there's this question that is often asked, which is, what do you bring to the table? Now, I would like to rephrase that question. It's not about what do you bring to the table, like
physically,
as per your spouse. What are you also bringing to the children being born? You understand? As a parent, you should be able to cater for the financial, emotional well-being,
mental too.
Mental. Thank you, mental well-being of your children. In fact, in every aspect, even cognitively,
yes,
educationally, you should be able to fill up these lapses. Once a child start growing and they discover, their parents are not able to, fill up these spaces. Just to get that satisfaction, you see them doing things outside, and the parent now being with the fact that, okay, I know I'm not able to give my child this, and for their mind now look, say, okay, this child is able to get this at a certain age. But I actually think it's actually very, 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 very wrong. You understand? Going back to the video I saw, 18 years old girl saying she lives alone. That is why you see a girl of 22 years telling you, men are scam. I'm done with love. At what age? What have you seen? You understand?
Yes.
Men are scum. I'm done with love. At what have you seen? Exposing that child to things they're not supposed to experience too early. That's what I feel, though.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So back to you.
Okay.
There's this thing our parents used to do back in the days. At a certain age, they won't even give you access to phones. It's not like they couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
Did you ever think it was a way of keeping you away from devices in the society? What do you think about access? Because if a parent didn't start, I feel if a parent didn't start from a certain age, allowing their child to go for, like me, if my mom is not in the party, she won't let us be in that party. There were things our parents did back in the day. You'd be like, why is my mother so wicked? I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
Yes, I
so,
do.
is there a difference with what our parents did and what the parents of now are doing that is making it look like the children have so much access to living any kind of life?
Yes. Our parents were strict in terms of upbringing, and it was for our own good. You know, as kids that time, we would think maybe, my mother is weak, my father is wicked, they don't let me go, they don't let me do, they don't let me have this. But growing up, you get to understand that all those things were for your own safety. Like last time, I remember my mother was like, Mommy, thank you for this, thank you for that, because I got to see life differently now that I am alone. I understand that all those that they were doing was for them to protect us from what was outside. But you know, as teenagers, we want to live the life, we want to be out there, we want to do what we want to do. But if the parent is not there to coach that child definitely take the wrong path. Most times, most cases, maybe not 100%, but most cases when there is nobody to lead the child through life, the child tends to venture into their own path and then do what they want to do, which is common with young people who want to experience life, who want to live life and be out there. So these days, the different thing now is that the parents of these days, where parents they are living the life of, there's a right to do everything, I don't have to kid my child, I'm going to experience life. On the other hand, I feel like they are coming from the aspect where they are like, okay, our parents raised us in a strict way and we have some mental stress that we're dealing with, some traumas from those experiences, and they're like trying to raise their children differently. But now that different is actually affecting the children of this generation, because let's say, like you mentioned, phones. Okay, during our parents' time, they did not let us have some certain devices at a certain age. You have to be like maybe 17 or 18 or 20 to own a phone. But now 8 years old, 9 years old, 7,
I'm
they have
telling you,
phones.
3 years old have tabs now.
And
they
now-
have kids tab now.
And
Yeah.
now the thing is that they surf the internet. 8 years old have a Facebook account.
Yes.
And they stumble upon what they're not supposed to see.
Yes.
They see people twerking, see people naked, dancing. And you know, children look up to certain things. And it's as if
Yes.
vices are what everybody wants to live for. Yes. It's hard to see anybody who wants to live right if without moral. That is why there are laws and there are rules for people to follow. Yes. So in that aspect, when a child sees something online, this lady, oh my God, she's wearing red skirt and she's twerking. The next thing, your child starts memorizing the dance steps. And the next thing, your child has set up camera and is twerking online.
Yes.
For
And
the views, though.
Yes, for the views.
Hey, 1,000 views. I need to have my own 1,000 views.
yes.
Yes.
So now the trend is the views, the followers, that's life now.
Yeah.
So your child ventures into that aspect, and from there, your child is gone. And you as a mother, you're like, it's not dance. I saw a woman encouraging her child to dance online. The child was doing some sexy pose, say dance for daddy like this. And she was encouraging it. And I was like, are you so? The comments were all like condemning her way of upbringing.
yeah.
And she's like, it's her child, it's a child, she doesn't know what she's doing. Who told you? The child knows what the child is doing.
Yeah.
So if you let that habit grow, by the time the child is 14, you can no longer crop that child into being morally equipped to do the right thing because the child has already gone through the wrong path. You can let somebody go through the wrong path for so long and then come and say, come and go to the right path at
Yes.
a wrong
That's
so
true.
that's what I feel like. So the video we're making reference to with she being 18, catching for the family, giving her more than 90K and they are collecting, what is her work? Why will your child give you 90K and you hopefully collect it?
Yeah, in addition to that, I want to say thank you to all mothers who kept it hard on us whilst we were growing up.
telling you.
You understand? Because it's like they actually knew this generation, like
The danger that's in
yeah,
front.
because we can all testify that as the day goes by, the world is
Getting worse than
evolving
yes,
negatively
negatively.
than positively. Those instilled values has actually kept us, the adults, going. Because now the Gen Z parents are insanely flexible. Yes. In fact, they're not using the right terms wrongly. They'll tell you, allow a child live the way they want. Just imagine you shout at a child, like a teacher is scolding a child and you're calling it bullying. How is it bullying that a teacher is scolding a child or an other person is scolding your child in public and you say you are bullying my child or you're infringing on their right to speak? No, there are two terms now. There's a difference between being outspoken and being arrogant. So let's just know these boundaries. Your child is being arrogant and you're saying your child is being outspoken.
Yes.
These are two
He's expressing
different,
himself. She's
these are
expressing
two different
herself.
terms.
Yes.
When a child is rude, a child is rude. You said we're not praying to raise timid children, but at least this boundary should be set and they should be educated on what to do at the right time.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I think.
That's very beautiful. I love that. So there's this essay topic we had when I was in SS2. And the essay topic was care of a child is the responsibility of all.
Okay.
Some of us wrote against that, some of us wrote for it because, of course, some people feel, I think this generation of mothers, now me, they provide for my picking, I'm the one taking care of, why would you come and interfere?
Yeah.
What do you think about care of a child is the responsibility of all? I think I'll start with you.
Okay, that aspect, I wouldn't know how to place it because at the same time, because growing up, they said community raises a child.
Yeah.
Yes. So which means that if I see your child outside now, maybe fighting or doing something wrong, or maybe wearing something that is bad, I will caution your child ahead. But over the years now, when you caution somebody's child, the child is going, Mommy, I saw this person, she said my clothes is short. The mother will carry the child and go and knock on your door. Bang, 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 bang. Who told you? Did you give birth to her? And all those kind of things. I've seen it happen. So I think that as much as the community is supposed to raise the child, I also think that people should kind of let it go because people are beginning to overreact on it too much. It's a very good way. It's a very good. It helped us. Our neighbors cautioned us on the road, told us to not do this, not that. They would tell my mother, and it helped me behave. But these days, it's not done anymore. And I can see it on two different aspects. It's good for the community to help you raise your child. Secondly, the community would also probably instill some fear into your child.
Okay.
So it goes two ways at the same time. But these days too, everybody's minding their business.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yes.
Everybody's minding their business. Nobody wants to be in the situation where any neighbor will come and harass you for talking to your child. It's not all about, it's your child. It's your child. You raise your child the way you
And
want
it's
to.
not supposed to be so.
Okay.
It's not.
I
Yeah.
hear you.
I believe every adult has a role to play in the life of a child.
Okay.
You understand? Every sensible and responsible adult. That was why I talked about creating balance, boundary. Understand? I know many adults, overdo this correction thing. You understand?
then-
They take it personal.
But let me say something.
But you cannot see a child going wrong and you cannot, and thereby not talk to that child.
What about you as an adult going to tell the child, see, this thing you are doing, it's wrong? I grew up in a neighborhood where everybody knew everybody.
Yes, it was like
That
that,
kind
for
of
me too.
neighborhood. We were secluded, but you just know my mom. She had this physique that you would know her because of her height and all. So one day my mommy came back and told me, I heard that so and so person is striking you. This person that she's saying she heard that is striking me. He can have me as a grandchild.
Oh.
Yeah, he was advanced at the time. How did she hear? The neighbor opposite him told her that she saw him giving me money.
Or was it true?
Okay, I think I always go to stay with his children. His children are my age grade.
Yeah.
I think his second wife's children are my age grade. I think I have like 2 that are my age grade. So I'm always there. They were the ones that were the only people in the street that I rapport with at the time. People will say things. You understand? Maybe I'll be going to school and it's raining and then he'll tell me, come and take
But people
umbrella.
might actually say things not with the intention to tarnish your image,
No,
but
I think,
to bring
I think
correction.
to some extent,
See,
you talk to the child first.
That's my point. Because
This same woman will go and tell my mom, I see your son playing with school uniform.
That's
What
the
is your
balance.
plan? Like, you think she keeps, you first correct the child, then you now take it to the parents. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
I get.
When I was growing up, I liked to wear shorts. I used to hear, when people come to say, oh, this is your daughter, I get fine leg. Ha! Piano one got short skirts. My mommy sews. Mommy say no, she will not wear short skirts. When she grow, she can do whatever she likes. Even trousers. I used to have trousers, but I don't know how I used to have that trousers because my mom would buy clothes, the ones she would sell, and then anyone she didn't sell out, she would now give them to me. But you see, intentionally buying me things like short skirts and trousers, my mommy would not. She would tell them, I'll get you short skirts. When she grows up, she can now decide to wear short skirts. I'm telling you that I do not have a short skirt. Like now that I am grown, I was telling
That is the moral that has been instilled.
Yes,
you cannot
I was
can't
telling
sway from
Mommy,
it.
look at
Yes,
fine leg that I have. I cannot
you
wear
can't
short
sway from it.
You didn't start.
yeah, that's
You didn't start early. You
That's
understand
my
that you can't
point.
start now again.
About
So
going-
you
about
manage
letting your child-
with your long skirt
Yes.
and your long gowns. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. So I think our parents did way better.
Yeah.
And then having
than
this
these
open
parents.
choice, I think having this open choice of the community raising your child, most of them will raise your child for you in jealousy. They can see that, oh, there's this woman in my streets. I don't want to call names. Every time. Hey, I saw your son. My mommy did not ask. I saw your son passing this route. And for a woman who has just one girl and one boy, anything you tell her about her child, any of her child,
Fight.
hello, where are you? Why did you pass? I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
I understand.
I think this time we had this power outage for about 6 months or so during lockdown. So one of her neighbors, we used to be, now you rapport with some people, especially women and men, we blend with this whole friendship thing. So I will go drop my phone at Jackson's place. Jackson will chat for me. I'll come out by 9, pick it. She now came and said, advising my mom. Like, our last born, if our last born was to be alive, would be her first child's mate. This person is not good enough for your daughter. My mom is like, where is all of this coming from? Like, this person is not a child. This person is a graduate. Like, why are you saying all of this? I know when she goes out to take her phone, like, don't advise. You can't advise me. You shouldn't be advising me. If you saw what she did was wrong, talk to her. Don't come and advise me to advise her. Don't do that with me. I think parents should also know where to cut that slack.
That was my point of
My mommy
saying
doesn't
that.
take that.
And
That
do
it
you
goes
actually
two ways.
Talk to, if you think
goes
she's doing
to-
something
Yeah.
wrong, talk to her. She's an adult. Talk
With-
to her. She will listen to you.
See-
But come and tell me that you're making me feel like I didn't raise my kids well.
Yeah.
See,
You've not seen them in any conclave before. She goes
See, do you know-
and stuff because it's in your compound.
Do
If
you
it wasn't
know-
you will see it.
do you know some parents prefer you come to them directly than going to confront their children? Now, let's put this in two ways. Some parents will say, if you do anything, let me just say it in pidgin. I beg, no touch my pikin, no. No meet my pikin, no. If you do anything, why no come tell me who be the mama? Why go to
Is
meet
it
them?
right? Do you think it's right?
So it's a two-way thing.
Like
So
I
parents
said,
will prefer you
it
come
goes-
to
it
them
goes-
to
it goes
report.
different ways.
Some will say,
people-
caution my child, but most parents will say, do not touch my child. See me first, even in schools.
So I think it goes to like I said before.
Okay.
I was saying to say that if some parents now, some neighbors will confront the child and it would go wrongly, like you inflict some kind of
Hurtful, yes.
multiple words or mental kind of stress on the child, and some other people will caution and to go further that it goes two ways. So that caution, that side of cautioning your child, it doesn't really balance. There's no really balance. Every parents have the way they want to be approached. You can either approach my child or approach me. So it just varies on what the parents want. That's why I said most people are now minding their business rather than being
Exactly,
involved.
yeah.
I would
Yes.
actually prefer
Bullshit.
I report to the child of the parent. I would actually
parent of the
prefer
child.
reporting to the parent of the child is actually proper, because in the process of correcting that child, you might be misquoted.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
understand? So just to avoid that misconception, you just go and tell the child, oh ma, with love, I saw your child doing this. Please kindly call him or her to order. I think that's the best.
But then
That's the best. Unless that child is an urgent or danger that okay, you need to talk to this child ASAP.
Mama Gechi.
You understand? But aside if that child is not in a very tight corner, just politely approach the parent of that child using your words carefully. Using your words carefully.
that's the
That
point.
is it.
Do you know why I'm calling Mama Gechi? Mama Gechi went to meet my mother one day. I told my mother I used to stand on the road with somebody in the night. Mama Gechi had gone useful. I won't be a wayward child. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is how you place a thing to a parent.
Parents,
You don't go
yes.
down and run a child down before the parent.
No, you don't do
my
that.
mommy go wipe your nyash. Like my mommy will flog you because of what she doesn't want to hear that you are foolish or you're wayward. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. She's a bar. I did not turn out to be what you wanted me to turn out to be. Shame.
So you're calling them out like this?
Yes, so you know, while I think one of the good things of life for me is growing up.
Yeah.
While I was still a teenager, I wanted to grow up desperately. I didn't want to grow up desperately because I want to spoil. I wanted to grow up so that I would be able to call out who I want to call out.
But more adulthood is not easy. I want to be a baby.
Like you don't get it. Like this is
I want to be a
this
baby.
people
I'm
almost
tired.
pressed my neck.
Tired
I
of
don't know if you get.
babies.
Auntie Genesis, although I like her.
Yeah, but shout out to those aunties and uncles and relatives that actually
I am
played
now
a very
useful.
vital part in our upbringing.
No.
Shout out to them. Oh. We love you
God.
guys. You molded our lives because if not, with the way the world is going, people will say, "We suppose they go south.
So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say in essence that for me, I think you should tell the child.
Yeah.
For me, I feel you should tell the child, but be cautious with your word. You can't come and tell me, no, I will tell you. You guys know me now. I don't keep it soft.
I have two experiences that I think.
But even if you have to tell the parents of the child, I feel you should use the right words. Don't come and tell me that.
I also have an experience.
Child and all. Please, can we hear you?
Okay, so
Okay.
there was this woman, my mom. This woman, she had, I think about, 5 daughters or so. So my mother has 4 daughters. So, but my mother is very strict. Even now, she's still strict. She has not reduced her energy at all. So this woman had this free way of upbringing. So my daughters were all over the place, and some of them were my age group, and I know what they were doing. So I was kind of telling my mother that I think that time I was 12. I was like, can you imagine that this girl is saying that so man took her? So I was like, bought her a drink and this is what happened. I went to my mother some things, and later my mother went to talk to their mother as per let her go and speak. I was like, your first daughter was see where the 2 years I saw her, see what she did. So that daughter that time was like hot cake. No, you know why you're going up now in the neighborhood.
Yes, you get where you
and
go
boys and all these teenage boys are waiting for you to grow up so that they too they will trick her, that kind of vibe. So the girl was like feeling hot and all those things. So my mother went and spoke to the woman and said, hey, see, your 2-year-old daughter is doing if you can caution them. The woman told my mother that my mother has no right to come from her house and come and tell her how to raise her child. So my mother said, now you go find trouble if you leave them. So now, probably that was after that statement that 4 daughter got pregnant, and she gave birth, and she took in the second time.
Oh my God.
And the second daughter too took in.
Okay.
And gave birth.
It's all right.
The production process.
Wow.
And gave birth.
Wonderful grandmother.
Yeah, she's a
So,
beautiful grandmother
if you
now.
go to her house now, she has like lots of children that belongs to her children.
Oh.
And her children said, don't even leave her the children. Maybe she should raise, made them do it on side. So that's an example of if society doesn't help you because of your children, then you feel the repercussions. So the woman is regretting the whole thing right now, but it's really too late.
It's too late.
And
It's
she has
too
lots
late
of
to
children
her.
from her children. That are
Oh
in her,
my
that are in
God.
her house.
Out of wedlock, though.
Out of wedlock.
That's
the men are not in their life. All the men are. So this situation made me realize that so I was like, so that means that my mother was right and everything she had been telling us about boys, don't do this, don't go there, don't go here. Because that woman, I was like, if you go to a house now, it's just shocking. They're not now, they've all grown up safe. They're like maybe 11, some are 11, some are 8. They've all grown up. They're becoming their own adults. But then that form of upbringing is still in her house.
Those ones will take up.
Yes.
You see those ones in the house now.
I
They
see
will
them
take
on
up.
Facebook. I see the one with baby 11. I've been
They don't already open
she's on Facebook.
Facebook.
If you see the mini skirts she wears, those pictures, you know that there's still a lot.
She's not a baddie.
A lot of work to
There's
be
a lot
done.
of work to be done. So maybe if she had hit my mother's advice and probably tried to.
I
caution-
promise you, it's not just your mom that was
That-
talking. I think so many other women
probably.
back in
That
the
reminds
days,
me-
women
that
used
remi-
to be their keepers. Women used to be their sister keepers.
That reminds me of a story I just got now. So, short story time. One day I was lying down as a young girl I was 17. Then I was just lying down in the night in my room, and I just saw my mom entering my room with touch. And my mom, Mommy, sorry, I have to say this. The podcast. And my mom carried her finger. I was because there's this very
I
shaky
understand,
trouser
yeah.
that we carried her finger to do virginity tests in the midnight. when she touched me, I opened my eyebrow. I did not shake because if I wanted to come to that room that very odd hour, I mean, say something don't stop. She carried my leg and she did the virginity test manually, and she left and went back to her room. In the morning, I just woke up and met my mother. Mom, what happened? She said nothing. Don't worry. In the evening, Mom now said that a neighbor told her that there's this particular boy's house I go to. And see, the route she mentioned, I have never been to that route in my life. What should I used to do on my boy? So I was like, so Mom, it wasn't because of that thing. We came to raise my leg up in the night to do virginity test.
You know why I'm laughing? So I had a classmate back in the days when I was in SS1. There are 4 girls, and then she was telling us that our daddy used to take them to the hospital every holiday. Whenever they go for holiday in their dad's place, like they go for virginity test.
It was crazy.
Every holiday. What's going on?
And the route that woman mentioned that I used to pass, I've never been to that. I don't even know like a route like that existed. Like she described, I said that I don't even know this place that people are talking about. What did this man say? Is it me? Like truthfully, I was like, no, this man can lie.
No,
like,
but you know,
some people know how to lie.
Some people want to cook up things that will make.
But you see what that woman's lie has done to you. That's why, like I said, that community bringing up a child goes 2 ways. Now, her story has made you go through virginity test that will live in your head for life.
For life. I cannot imagine my mom doing that to me.
1 year after that 17, your leg would. The 1 year after that, like even 1 year after, the effect of no.
For my mom to have done that thing, that means she's so strict about this whole.
Do you understand?
Whole thing, yes.
I think one time when I was, I was around, I don't know what's my boyfriend that time. I was still very small. Auntie Genesis called my mom that, my dreams. And that woman, they dream. If that woman sees you in her dream and you die in her dream, just prepare your death wish. I promise you. Her dreams are always the bomb. Then she called my mama and tell my mama, say, she see me for dreams, I carry belly. Hey! Mommy still there crying.
Hi.
I think they had come a long way by then. I think they've known each other for a very long time. The way I rapport, that time when I was still growing up, I used to be scared of her because she had this mean. I used to like makeup when I was growing up. I used to like those stage hello. Most of my mom goes to the shop Saturdays like this. When she come back to pick something, she said, I'll be making up with her stuff. There's this lady, Mama Nena. The woman is short. Fair. If she sees me on the road, yes, you see a man, I'll stop. She'll give me hanky. Start cleaning it. Look at this short one. She will remove even I used to like long earrings. She will remove everything. Maybe if she sees my mom in church or she comes to my mom's shop, she'll return them. She had this I like that one. Mm-hmm. Do you understand? Give me that feel that you care about me. Because if she goes to tell my mom, you might not know the words she would say to my mom that will hurt my mom, that will make my mom overreact.
That's why I said this is a two-way thing. But I think many parents prefer you come to them direct, like telling them about whatever unpleasant situation you've seen their children in. Just as an adult, choose your sense. Pick your words. Okay, ma, there is something I noticed with love, ma. Because now, in the quest of questioning that child or reprimanding that child for whatever, you might, out of anger, say things you're not supposed to say. And it is what that child tells the parent. That is how they start seeing you. Or you tell my child.
When I went to tell my mom about the lady, I was just very close to my mom's shop. She left me there and went to where she was going to. Since she said it's a two-way, my mommy doesn't correct me.
It's a two-way thing.
There's only one girl my mommy corrects. She's like my half-sister. She doesn't correct. She feels, I might come to correct you and you insult me. So let me keep my own correction for my own children. Yeah. She has boy, she has girl. She has my other sister, my half-sister. You understand? So she's keeping all the correction for them because Port Harcourt children, their mouths no nice, they go insult you.
Port Harcourt children, they are very, when it comes to their mouths,
their mouth you. So keep your training for yourself. Exactly. So I think there's another video of a girl who is 16 and she's learning how to do Yahoo. I think you guys should take a watch.
I'm 16 years.
So at 16, have you started giving your mom money? What is the next amount you have given to her?
I don't know, but I do give her. I don't know. The day I wanted to give her money, the day my clients, because I do Yahoo, because my client,
Okay.
So my clients pay 300k, but the person that log in inside, the person ate the money. So I wanted to give my mommy 200k inside and take 100, but the money, they ate my money.
Who teach you?
My street people, that's my street. It's hard though. Some boys, before they will teach you there, they will want to sleep, but the person that that helped me. They not ask for anything.
Okay. Are you for real? For this Asaba?
Mm-hmm.
Your mom not say you did into
Yes, because my first money, I told her there is one boy I teach. She said, let me know that. Let me just give the money for the person.
Okay. What about your dad? Did he know?
Yes, you were angry the first time, the money that they ate, because he told me to calm down. I was happy because that's my first time.
Welcome back. So I think my own concern in this video is that she claims that most of the times, most of the guys who want to teach you these updates who want to sleep with you. So they asked her if her dad, as you can see, they asked her if her dad was in support. She said they were not in support at first, but now that she has cashed out.
You want the vex for breadwinner? You want the vex for breadwinner? Now breadwinner she be, whether she be small, whether she knows what. You cannot be vexing for the breadwinner of the family. If you go vex, but you go calm down. But firstly, what is even Yahoo fraud, Abi? So like your child tells you, comes to you and tell you, I want to learn fraud. I'll be like, no, stop now.
No do.
The picking the learn am. No do. Picking the learn am.
Like lackadaisically. I not saying.
Picking the learn am.
No, see, I have a problem. My problem with the fact that it's a girl. I don't know. I might have a problem with it if it's a boy, but a girl. My own concern is she said it outrightly that
A children upbringing.
okay. I understand
Has a lot.
the place.
Now, let me give you a typical scenario. Look what you get to. You understand? You see parent, or probably a mother of 3 or 5. Understand? Every morning, you see that child. Every morning you're talking to that child. Okay, I want you to be good. You know, you're flogging, you're beating, you're giving advices. And
Are you providing?
That child also gets to the age of 18. You're still in your little way. You're providing, and that child steals. How is it your fault?
I think
Most children who grow in, I'm not saying most children, but an average, like
it's not an average, it's most now.
who grew up in a ghetto tend to be very wayward. Why? You think their parents do not try and bring in those children up? That's the food for thought. You think their parents did not try and bring them up properly?
I feel
That's
yes,
an environmental factor
but
contributes
instead of
to
you
a
to go
child
and
life.
instead of you to go and raise a child in a ghetto, go to your village.
In a child life,
Move back
that's the
to-
environment we're talking
Move back
about.
to the village. For me, I feel the first place of learning a child learns from is family.
Family, yes.
First place.
Followed by
There's something my mommy
environment.
did for me while I was growing up. I grew up in Port Harcourt. What my mommy did for me, she took me inside church. I so like church. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. I was already a choir coordinator at 16. Like, she took me inside. Oh my goodness. All my friends were church people. Aside from school friends, I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
Aside the church,
Look for something and keep that child be like how I say that I feel family first.
aside the
Whatever
environment,
decision you make at that time where the child can.
Do you know why
Okay.
I say the environmental factor contributes mostly? When a child leaves the house and steps out, what is he going to? Just imagine you talk to a child, you've put in words, and you've soaked a child up in good morals and advice, and the child is leaving the house. Now let's create a picture. What's that child going out to? Okay, just child is leaving the house, outside, friends. Number one, the rule: bad communication corrupts.
I told you something. I told you something right now, right?
Social
I told her before we started. I told her that myself.
Before
I don't
you
think
know.
there's anything like peer pressure for me. Peer pressure cannot happen to me. Let me say, okay, now you're a filmmaker. You have a child. Maybe you have a child tomorrow.
Boys, okay.
And you're about to go on set. You occupy that child with a lot of activities that even if they go outside, they know that, okay, they don't allow us play. Come on, get inside. We will still come out and play. But the moment we say, Amaka, your mother, I'll be before my mother will walk into the compound, I'm already sleeping. I'm already snoring. Do you know why? Because inside, there was a standard inside.
I think she's saying that the environment plays a major role in the child's life. Is part of it. Now you people are making the same point, but I think differently. So you talked about going to church and having church friends. Yes, she's talking about ghetto. So it still boils down to the environment. Your open
environment.
So your environment consists of your family, your friends, your neighbors, the lifestyle that surrounds you as a child. So if as a child you have maybe parents with good morals, and then your society consists of
Bad vices.
your friends are the ones that are always in the streets picking up things from neighbors' pockets. And let's say maybe they're not fully your friends, but at least your next door neighbor. You come outside, you step outside, and your next door neighbor say, "Oh, I go collect this thing. I pick this 100 naira from that malam shop. You know, I carry am." Despite the advice your mother was giving, there's a high chance that your age mate is able to influence you somehow.
Do that.
So it still boils down to the environment, actually. So your environment now determines, and then your friends. If you are in a ghetto environment, it's not that you have friends who are
in the ghetto too.
that have the same vibe. If you're going to a community school in that ghetto, there's certain that students in that school
have that
are
ghetto
still ghetto vibe
characteristics.
students. Then your neighbors, maybe the elderly women who are there, are also ghetto women who are aggressive, speak
Abusive languages and the rest of them.
You see this one now? This one you're saying now? Jesus. I struggled as a young girl who, my mommy's siblings, they are kind of loud. Yeah. Not like loud, but they say it the way it is. They don't mind calling you anofia so that you feel it.
Yeah.
Do you understand it? So I struggled when I got into school. My roommates, hostel, we were about 8. I realized, no be person tell me. I realized that I was the only person who used curse words. I was not deliberate about it. I didn't even like it. I don't like people calling me names. But when I realized I was the only one who would say, who with this mumu? I had to start. There's someone I made.
Yes.
This one I said, this babe don't stop till they call names. So. Did you understand? I was so impressed that I had to work on myself. Where am I boiling down to? I'm boiling down to the fact that as much as the environment tries to pressure you, you still have a choice. Do you know why I say you still have a choice? Do you remember the times that you say you will come from strict parenting? Do you remember the times that you buy something and come as a 12-year-old and your mother will give you one very hot slap? Who gave you this thing? Why did you bring it home?
Yeah. The only time you can actually, learn to retrace your steps, and I quote, is when you've had a chance to leave that environment for a bit or completely. As long as you're still in that environment, trust me, there is no eye opener.
Well, it's true. I believe it's true because there is
no eye opener.
Is that we have our auntie's place, or I was in school.
Exactly. So as long as you're soaked in that environment, you continue to behave like them.
So what you know is what you're able to express is what you know.
Yes.
You don't know more than your environment. Yes. I used to have this secondary school classmate whose mother was prostituting. So was
that visible for the girl?
Yes. We as classmates, she and her siblings had like different fathers.
Oh.
So we were telling her. So at 13, she was going through that route. To meet classmates, the teacher, she was always wanting to anybody she could lay her hands on that was a man. So we as classmates were telling her, no, this is not good, no, it's not. And she was like, her mother does it, so we cannot tell her what is wrong and what is right. If her mother does this thing, then it is right. Then we're like, but you've grown to see that it is wrong. At least we are telling you that it is wrong.
Yes.
And she said no, that her mother has never said it is wrong, has never condemned it, so she does not think it is wrong. That we cannot caution her if her mother is living the same life. That is what she's seeing. So that is her environment.
But external forces now.
It's going to take her.
Did you see that external forces could not penetrate?
Yes, it will take her a long time to actually understand that life is bad.
That's the same thing I'm saying.
So if you were raised in a ghetto,
yes,
it's your lifestyle.
It's your mentality, obviously.
It's going to take a lot of experience, a lot of traveling, a lot of exposure
for
you
to
say,
like,
okay, this my way is not
yourself,
good. Okay, I think I see my way no good. Let me check myself. The same thing. If you are raised in church, your mother's friends are church people. Your friends are church people. Your school, you go to a school where it's just school. You enter
missionary school.
You go to school, you do FCS. You read Bible on assembly time. And you come back
to read Bible. Fridays,
so
that
becomes a part of
life.
Automatically,
part of life. There's nothing that will make you want to go to this people's side. So ghetto people, their life is fine. It's perfect. Your own life is fine and perfect. It depends on what you see and how you experience life. That is what boils down to how you end up shaping yourself. I grew up in an environment that was very quiet. It's all good people. Everybody knows themselves. We are all one family. So once that street is so secluded. But I was the different one in the sense that I had bigger dreams. I wanted to do more, and I looked stupid to everybody.
Yeah, people who dream big look
Yes.
stupid.
I
actually.
look stupid to everybody. It took me a while to understand that I was different and I had to find my way out.
And you had to accept that
Yeah.
you're because if you had look at the same thing we were saying. If you had allowed the noise
Yeah.
deep in, like my sister, if she watches this now, she would smile. I would never ever agree to settle for
Less.
not less for bare minimum.
Okay.
Less is below bare minimum. Bare minimum is like the normal, you know.
yeah.
I don't want to settle for the normal.
Boma, you agree with me that you had the inspiration of rebranding yourself when you left that environment
Yes.
for a that you must leave.
I was
as
there.
long as you're still there.
I
You cannot
was
start
there.
rebranding yourself. Then
I
you must
don't
you
know.
must make a move. Maybe
Yes.
you go out and you just literally exposure, you'll be like, oh,
It might
so
not
it's
even
not
be, it might not even
Exactly.
be little especially. It might just be cool breeze, new
go
breeze,
breathe. You
new
understand?
air.
You must leave the environment.
I-
And if you stay there, you want to suffocate.
I did not know anything else. Everybody had a particular form of lifestyle.
Standard.
Like,
The
yeah.
lifestyle
School,
was
get married, move on.
That is it. That was the lifestyle that was
Go to
placed
school
before me.
exactly.
You finish school, you get
Married.
See,
And you never
university
finish
wasn't
them,
even a
like,
big deal.
Okay.
It was. If
It
you
was
fi-
almost a big deal in my area.
No, my own
Yeah,
wasn't
it
big
was
deal.
a big deal.
Just finish
Everybody's
secondary
child
school.
was going to
Yeah.
You start
Yes.
maybe you do 1 or 2 sales
Learn-
girl
learn
work.
work.
One other man that has shop in the market sees you,
He
he
marries
marries
you,
you,
yeah.
and you proceed to your next
No,
life.
we had two
of
different
raising
classes.
families. So, but I wanted more. I wanted more. I wanted school. I wanted education. I wanted to sail. I wanted to travel. So when I talk about me wanting to travel, people were looking at me like, okay. I was telling my friend that, okay, Dad, I want to buy myself a laptop and see. And she told me that I can buy myself a laptop. And I said, why? She said that I am a single woman and I need a man to buy me a laptop.
Wahala.
Yes, and this Igbo,
I would
never-
form of Igbo way of
I
reasoning.
will never forget that statement. I was like telling her, no,
I think
can
it's
buy
common among
myself
the
a
Igbos,
laptop
though.
if I work. After I started
Why
doing
do you
this
think
job.
it's common amongst the Igbos?
Yeah, because the Igbos, most Igbo men. Sorry, I love. I am an Igbo girl. Please, I am an Igbo
I'm a
girl.
pro-Igbo woman. Stop it. Don't
There's
say that
some
kind of things.
Please,
Our
according
Igbo
to my
women do a lot.
observation, most Igbo men are alpha males who believe that you need a man to do everything
Who told
in
you
your
that
life.
is alpha? Who told you that's an
Most
alpha
Igbo
male?
men are alpha males who believe that they
Actually,
need you
she's
need
not
them.
lying.
She's not lying. Actually.
Yes.
So I
So I'm
think
not lying.
it's our parents were raised with you need a man to survive. So they pass the same message to us. So for my friend to make that statement, she believes that she needs a man to survive. And that time I was like 16. I was like, I'm going to get that laptop. And she said that I cannot get it. And because she has challenged me, I swore on my life I will get a laptop. So I began to work with us. Then I was working in this one shop. And people were coming to me, they want to marry me. I said, no, Billy, marry. I'm not ready for marriage. I have what now to achieve. My mother was like, you're going to get married, though. Hey, you need a husband. And I'm like, bro, I'm 17. I don't need a husband.
At
What I need
17,
is to make money.
At least they waited for me to grow up small.
not be only Fulani people they do
17?
early marriage.
My mommy waited for me. Oh.
See. It's a common, like I said, it's a common thing. Once you finish
yes.
secondary school, everybody wants you to marry. Next thing is marry, start having kids. You marry, and most of
They
the
open
women,
shop for you.
they open for you, or you start going to your husband's shop as soon yoga, and you carry a baby and sit down, be ordering your sales people around. Be a good time rice, na side that that kind of vibe.
So in a nutshell, please, I would like to say this to parents. Please, if you're hearing me, please, parents, it's not about getting married, though. Please hustle and raise your children in good environment. Trust me, it's going to contribute 80% of their life growth and how they carry themselves. Because you cannot raise a child in the slump and expect that child not to have some gutter behaviors.
Yeah.
It is not possible. Swines don't give birth to clean puppies, you know.
Yeah.
Swine will always give birth to a
Yes.
pig will always give birth to a pig.
A
Please, do not blame everything on the child.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the mentality.
Yeah, the environment.
I have to
So
say.
my end point for this conversation is that it wasn't until I left that environment and moved to Abuja and I said that there is more. When I came back, I was like, so there is more to life, and these people are hiding me. I did not grow up in the village.
Okay.
I grew up in an average
mean,
city, but it's a small city, so nobody really wanted
Wanted
So
more.
leaving that place was an eye opener for me to see that my dreams were actually possible. That was when I began to
possible.
chase my dream, because I began to chase my dream from my state where I was raised. So I was chasing it. I was hustling to get into the film industry that time, but I was like, I'm a writer. I met someone that was doing film that we know that it was a small place, so the film is not big. It's just them managing themselves. So when I moved to Abuja, I was able to get a bigger connect for filmmaking.
Like you got a clearer picture
Yeah,
of what
I
you
was
want
like,
to
so-
share.
I was
I was like, I could do more. Wow, I could do more.
Environment.
So So, because that time I loved to read. I was this child that loved to read. I researched, I experimented with everything. I was mixing concoctions in my mother's house. But my mother, despite not knowing where I was heading to, did not stop me. She was buying me the gloves. I said, Mommy, I need hand gloves. I want to do something. She would give me the hand gloves. I need to buy this medicine and check something. She would give me. She never really stopped me. But she was just looking at me like, this might pick him, like, say something.
Yeah, that is good parenting.
But
she saw it. She saw it. She saw the drive.
She gave life to it.
She knew I was heading somewhere. I was different, but she could not really find out how to help me.
Because of
and
the
find that
environment.
way.
Because of
So
the...
I believe maybe because she didn't know
She wasn't
help
aware.
me.
Aware, yes.
Aware.
But
She lacked
everything I needed
awareness.
to experiment, if I wanted to buy cable and because growing up, I built incubator.
Wow.
I was into everything. I loved science. I was digging myself in there, but I love science, but I figured that I had a calling with writing. I wanted to be a writer from a young age. I know what I want. I want to write. I want to write.
Beautiful.
So she was like them that writers
Don't make
don't make it. That I would die hungry.
writers don't make it in African
Writers
models.
make it, though. I am a writer too.
Hold on. The ones that is artists. African parents would never believe that artists they make it in life. Artists and writers dead that dream. Dead it. But right now, see who is making it now.
So that's one day I sent her money. I said I sent you money because I wanted to let her know that this money came from writing. And she was laughing. She was like, she could not believe that this writing makes sense. Even my sister told me after the movie I wrote just hit 1 million views. My sister called me. She was like, when you were saying you wanted to be a writer, I thought you were crazy. I just knew that. She told me like it was about a month ago. She said, I thought you were crazy. We're talking about your dreams, about these plans. And I did not see what you were seeing, but you know what you were seeing. I'm happy that you actually followed what you were seeing. Yeah. So she was like, out of all our family members, I'm the only person that stick to what I wanted to be.
Yes.
And I became what I wanted to be. Like, it didn't mean that you had no support. Nobody just knew. Everybody just knew that you were just talking about this thing.
I get
this
that.
thing, but nobody knows where you were heading with this thing. They just like left you.
I know what it feels like.
So I had to find my way myself.
Self.
And I'm happy that I found my way myself. So, like I was saying, it depends on the environment. They could not help. Most times, they cannot really change you. They cannot help you because
they can't do anything
that's
about
just
it.
what
They can't
they
even
know.
encourage you because they don't even have a clue.
Yes. So just like this Yahoo girl now, probably it's her environment.
It's the environment. It's not probably.
It's what they know.
That's what
yes,
they
her
know,
parents are
Asaba.
not supporting her. They may not really know, but that's what if
Everybody's child is doing it.
So in that neighborhood now, maybe Samuel is doing it, Peter is doing it, John is doing it, Funke, everybody around is doing it. So it's what is happening. I know some people that are doing Yahoo that I've heard of. I don't know them, but I've heard of where their mothers help them to do some juju to actually fast track the cash out something.
Yeah.
So it's what's happening. So it's their environment. And I believe that if those people were to leave that environment and step out more to experience life, I think they want to rethink their steps.
Yes.
And understand that they can actually do more for themselves than just being fraudsters. So environment, like she was saying.
Yes. So basically, when I was growing up,
upbringing,
understand, I never had a clear picture of what I wanted. There is no right time to actually get what you want. You just have to keep digging till you find that thing you actually want for yourself. When I was growing up, 13, 14 years, what do you want to be? I might tell you I want to be a lawyer tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll tell you I want to be a soldier. There was a point in my life I said I wanted to be a soldier. I regret no worries.
No, in 2019 I wanted to be a soldier.
How do you want to be a soldier?
Not for anything.
Do you know last year when I left secondary school, I started working. I had no prospect in mind. You understand? I had no idea of what I wanted to actually do with my life. I just entered school and give me. I know say I did arts, but funny enough, in primary school I said I wanted to be a nurse. Like it was just so like I was just everywhere. So when I left secondary school, I didn't go into school immediately. I started working. I taught for a while. My mom wanted me to do education because all of my aunties are all teachers. You know, I don't know how we just did that thing. I started teaching, taught for like 3 years. Taught in secondary school. I was like, I'm not feeling this thing. There's just something in you that feels that you can do more. I felt like I was bigger than these 4 corners of the classroom. There is something in me that I need to like
you
explore.
just have to break out.
So I left teaching. I went into real estate. I was working as a customer care representative. But I was like, no. Not be here. I suppose they now they speak English. I left. Before you know, a clothing line called me to help them blog. You understand? I was like, I cannot do the job. I've never written before. Then the breaking point started in my life. When I traveled to Asaba, I was in my uncle's house, very bored. Somebody told me, I did a course in copywriting. I was like, how is it like? So when I started reading the course, I discovered I had a flair for writing. I'm just hearing she's a writer because I'm also a writer. I had a flair for writing. Started taking courses online. And for God, I call it a confirmation, a sign that, okay, we're on the right track. Time. When I came back to Lagos, that same job came again. That Favour, we want a blogger. Come and blog for us. That was how I started my journey, you understand? And when I started writing, before you know, I stopped doing salary jobs. And I will tell you that has been one of the biggest moves over my life that I actually took writing seriously because I know what content writing and creative writing has done for me. So if you think writers are poor, writers are not poor. Writing is one of the most, mentally draining or, mentally demanding job you can ever do. Do you know what it means to create words into pictures? So it is not easy. So that was where I found myself. So even though say I travel,
you travel, yes.
we have forget that
But another thing
inspiration from.
again, I
You
think
must
traveling
leave your
is a
space.
form-
That's the point.
Traveling
You must
is
leave
a
your
form
space.
of gaining inspiration.
Yeah, you must
have
leave your
to travel.
space.
So I want to ask one very funny question. At what age did you start giving your parents money?
Do I have a
You see, they feed me for house.
I think
Let's
it's,
see the
I think
feeding
it's
for
when
house.
I began to live more comfortable. When I have like
Handouts?
extra money, I say, okay, my mother, let me just ask my mother how she's doing. Let me
And
just
they used to be very
So,
appreciative.
so
of
I
you.
always send her money. Sometimes I'll just send my brother money to buy her shawarma, buy her cake, and then she'll just eat and just flex. Not like I'm
And there are
bringing
no
money
expectations
for her to come
My
and do
own.
one or two things or call me and say, hey, I need money. Or, it's just I just do it out of I have free money. I want to just take care of my mother this season. Okay, I carry this money. I was saying, I buy her shawarma, buy her cake, buy her. My mother was like, oh, I ate
And they
it.
don't
Oh.
depend on
Oh,
you.
it's nice. Oh, it's lovely. I ate it. Oh, it's sweet. That's just,
And they will even
that's
pray
fine.
for you for that. Shot.
She prays
my
that.
own, me. They say they feed me for house. I'm not an adult yet. I mean, give me why is Capri Sun not even here? When I
Don't
give
worry,
me
you
Capri
see Capri Sun. But when
So,
you gift them,
yeah,
they
I
don't,
gift,
they
yeah,
don't
I
question
gift.
you today.
No, I'm already making money for myself. Somebody that stopped salary job. You think it's easy? Do you know the kind of sackbar that helped me for months before before I gain myself back?
So I saw on WhatsApp.
Yes.
I'm sorry to cut you. I saw on WhatsApp where people were saying that back in the days when you finish secondary school, the period you wait before you get into university,
Yeah.
when you work, you submit the money to your parents.
I know
happened
submit
to
to.
you?
I know submit.
It happened to you?
I did not submit.
I did not submit my money.
I think our street parents, they're actually the nicest. They actually had to tell me to go and open
I did not
account.
submit
had
my
to open
money.
Yes, I
account.
didn't- I
I
did
started
not
saving my
submit.
money and all. Like, shout out to our parents.
Yeah.
The few good
They are
women
the
and
real
few good men
GOAT.
out
I
there
don't want to say good.
were just
They were the real
they were the
GOAT.
cause
I
for
don't want
it.
to say good before
They did a
somebody
lot.
misinterprets.
They did a lot. Thank you to
Yeah.
our parents. Thank you to our parents.
Thank you, mommy.
Thank you. So if you are a parent out there watching, please, the outside world is not safe anymore. Please and please. Do everything possible to provide for your children. Keep them in safe hands. Introduce them to things that would help them in their future. And please believe in them. You are the only person who will tell them to their face that their dreams are valid.
Yep.
You're the only person who will tell them to their face and they will believe you that they deserve better in life.
Yes.
Thank you guys for watching. If you've watched up to this point, trust me, you are the real MVP. So today, our shout out is going to our executive producer, Mr. Fred Osasere. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank
See you
you.
same time, same place.
Bye.
Next